So let's talk about it. You've got to be persistent. How do you get, a nail in the wall? You hit it over and over and over. Rome wasn't built in a day. And the ability to persist on your path, regardless of setbacks, regardless of bad news, to continue firmly in your purpose in spite of your conditions. So reaching your potential requires you to be persistent. There's no way around it. There's no quitting. Quitting is not on the calendar. Okay. I don't see the word quit. I don't want to go through my whole life asking, what if I had given everything instead of going through the motions? That's a verse in the song. Oh my gosh. I listen to songs with my boys in the morning. That's a verse of the song by Matthew West. And so this is what happens to most of us. Because I used to work for CNN News. I used to work in radio and television. My degrees are in communications and public relations. So I understand. So many people wake up, you get dressed, we go to work and go back home. And they're going back and forth every day because they feel like there's movement, there's motion, right? That's like being in a rocking chair and going back and forth because there's movement, but you're not going anywhere in life. And I don't want to go through my whole life asking, what if I had given everything instead of just going through the motion? So how much success have you accumulated this far in this year? It's not over yet. How much success have you accumulated in your life? Whatever level you have attained, you can do more. This is your day. You can do more than you think you can. Never limit your potential success. Never. I'm always trying to live up to my full potential because my full potential takes off running in front of me every single morning, and I'm always trying to catch up. So never limit your potential success and never limit what you will do to create and keep that success. Because it's one thing to obtain it, but you got to sustain it as well. So you got to have those monster goals. We talked about goals on my last broadcast. You got to go all, okay? And you got to attack those goals every single day with everything that you have. So here's your business tip. Write this down. Where do you find valuable content? Where do you find valuable content and be persistent online? The one thing that I did was I showed up online. I was persistent. I was like, I'm not going to quit. I don't care if I have 10 people viewing. Now I have thousands of people viewing. And so at first it was like just 5 people. Then it was 100 people. And so persistence, I'm doing it anyway. That's my cell phone. Hold on one second. So I would tell you the one thing I did was consistency, persistence, and valuable content. Hold on one second. I'm like, she's definitely not going to stop calling until I stop it. All right. So sorry about that. Valuable content. And so I was like, this is going to be important because I'm here to serve. If I share what I know for sure, if I share business tips, if I share what I've learned, the people will come, the audience will come. I will build a social presence. Okay. So that's the first thing. Valuable content. Let me tell you what this is. A pretty person's going to put this in the chat for me. You're going to write this down. You're not going to be the person that hoards information, right? Information without implementation is what? Just information. So valuable content. This is your homework. You're going to find people in your niche or your field of interest. I don't care if you're in real estate. I don't care if you're in health and wellness, cosmetics. I don't care what it is that you do. You're an author. Find people in your niche or your field of interest. Number 1, write that down. Pretty person is going to put that in the chat. Number 2, you're going to go to YouTube. You're going to go to YouTube. Write that down. Number 2, you're going to search their name. I don't care who it is. It could be, Eric Thomas or Jim Rohn or Evan Michael, like whomever it is that is doing what you want to do at a higher level. Okay. You're going to search that person. Number 4, you're going to listen to their success tips. You're going to listen. Okay. And write down their success tips. Every single day, you're going to absorb, just be a sponge and getting all this information by listening and learning. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create your own content and share what you've learned. You're going to share what you've learned through text, through graphics, or through video. I taught that on yesterday. You're going to share through text, through graphics, or through video. And so now you have valuable information. I didn't say copy it. I said you're going to get inspired and you're going to create your own list of things that you know to be true, your own list of experiences. And so we all learn from each other. And that's why we're the pretty people. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. We share over here. So remember that people who are highly successful in both their professional and personal lives, they continue to work. They continue to produce. They continue to create long after they flourished, right? So when you die, will your dreams die with you? I don't want my dreams to die with me. I want to leave my boys something. I'm leaving a legacy for my boys. I want the street named after me. Like, I want to leave something. You've got to decide to work harder than everybody else. That's the secret. When everybody else was like, oh, she went live, I was like, yep, sure did. I'm going to be the one that I'm going to outwork you all day, every day. You've got to catch up with me because I'm working harder every day. So what you don't have, the money yet. So it doesn't matter. This is free. Didn't cost me any money to share this with you, right? Didn't cost anything. So what? You don't have the people skills. So what? You don't feel like you are a strong speaker or you're as articulate. I don't think I'm that articulate either. Okay. And I majored in broadcasting, but I do what I do and I perfect my skills. So it's the will, not the skill. You better write it down. It's the will, not the skill. So I have the willingness to learn. I have the willingness to pursue my full potential. I have the willingness to mess up and do it all over again. When it comes to your career, never work for that little quota that they give you, right? Work to your potential. Work to your full potential. Human beings are the only living species that do not live up to their full potential. So when it comes to your career, okay, you got to make sure, you know what, I'm not going to do just a little bit. Don't work just for the quota. Work to your potential. Working for your potential will keep you highly motivated. So every day I see you, I'm like, I'm more motivated. You give me the fire every time I show up live. This is also interesting. Yes, Teresa, put it in the chat. You know what you're capable of, not other people. So if someone gives you a quota, those are just numbers made up by other people who have limitations. How did they come up with those quotas? So don't operate by what others think is possible for you. I don't operate by what other people think of me. So who told you that you could only be a teacher? Who told you that? Who told you that you can only be an accountant? You can only do that. Who told you that you can only be a retail manager? Whoever told you that probably is jealous of you because they can't do what you can do. Listen, you can write this down. Never hate people who are jealous of you, but respect their jealousy. They're the ones who think you are better than them. So understand, my mother always said, you're going to be too much for some people. Those are not your people. Understand also that you will not reach your full potential without increasing your knowledge. That's why I always say knowledge is the new rich. Knowledge is the new rich. Your income will rarely exceed your level of personal development. You've got to get educated. You must train and invest in yourself to make yourself better. You've got to take courses, classes, webinars, masterminds. You've got to do it. So I'm not a big basketball player. My son plays football, basketball, run track, and now he's trying to do baseball, right? So we're always busy. But when I think of LeBron James, he's always trying to reach his full potential. He wants to play on the court with his son. He's always trying to do that because he trains daily. He puts his body through this strenuous exercise daily. He trains daily. He eats certain food, anything to live up to his full potential. So anything you want to flourish, it will require you to put in time. It will require you to put in energy. You're going to lose some people, but that's okay. Because when you lay down, right, at the end of the day, you want to be like, well done. You want to hear, well done. It was just me. I want to hear when I go, well done, my faithful servant. I want to hear, well done. You also can't reach your full potential holding on to where you are right now. Let it go. Let it go. No one cares what you did all of 2022. We only care what you're getting ready to do right now. And that's why I always say it's not over till the fat lady sings. It's not over until I quit. And quitting is not on the calendar. I don't see it on there. I'm looking on my calendar. It don't say quit today. It say be persistent today. Be consistent today. Learn something today. Every day is a new day. Let's go. It's your time. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm cheering for you. I'm excited for you. I show up for you. Denise is in the building. Yes, I'm power, baby. All power over here. So you better, what? I'm gonna leave you behind. You better come on, girl. Let's go. Let's go, Denise.